and data eventually is popping up on YouTube as well. Okay, so I guess all you have to do is feedback if the sound is alright, but in the test I had a second ago it seemed alright. So I think this does indeed work. So what's the plan for this? My idea is a bit to run RST, do a bit of data creation for the subscription feature. And since there's the Lamborghini coming, the Lamborghini esports final next week that we're practicing for, I guess I just take the Lamborghini out for a spin. I guess you can't see RST, right? But it should be if I use this button. Yeah, I guess that works. Maybe I can better match it to actual size there. Come on. There's the corner. Let me grab the corner. There you go. Yeah, that's decent size for the stream, I guess. Okay. ACC selected, and that's all I need to do for now. So I can go back to the normal screen. Here you go. I have the chat open on another screen, so it should be good to read it, by the way. And then we can talk a bit. Okay, so what's the idea here? Let me start ACC. And first choice we have to make really is which track we are going to do first. Has to be. I mean, basically, I wasn't gone, so I'm not back either. So first thing for the whole data creation thing is make sure we have the correct session. We need to do 2 laps anyway, so hard stint is fine, and restarting it every time, that's alright. Just the weather is a bit wrong right now. We need the cloudy preset to get the same 23 degrees of air, 27 degrees track. The final. Oh, hey, Nino Brown then. I hope this is a useful stream then, because usually I do the races, but now, since there's no race happening, I thought I might stream some of the data creation they do. The Lamborghini esports final will be on Barcelona and Bathurst, which is quite a combo with a Lambo. The offline part is the actual, is after both of these races. So the top 3, I guess, win and go to the offline stage where they then hopefully get to drive a Lamborghini or something. I kind of fancy that, I have to say. So this is the car we'll be driving. They're enforcing a couple liveries. I guess you've seen them in the game anyway. And I took the one that's closest to the G2 design, white, black, and red. Okay, so which track are we going to do data for? What I already have is Nürburgring. We have Barcelona as well. And pretty much anything else isn't created yet. I'll not do Bathurst right now because trying to hide this data and my lap time, of course, until the final is over. Let's say the Lambo can be quick around there as well, like all other cars can. Kyalami is a nice combo. I do Kyalami or Silverstone. Could do Monza as well because I have a setup there already. So let's say Monza, Silverstone, or Kyalami. What data do we start with? What do we want to create? I'll give you a couple seconds, maybe a minute or so. I'm also lucky that my girlfriend isn't home, so we can stream quite a while, I'd say. And maybe I should also quickly check when the CP races are actually starting, just so I'm aware. Because at the end, I want to do at least one or so. 12 minutes. Okay, so then it's like 2 hours till the next one, which at least is some time to do some data creation. Great, Monza, Kyalami, Silverstone. Kyalami is leading right now. Silverstone and Kyalami are head to head. Now they're all head to head. It's working well. Oh, by the way, so while you're voting, let me quickly share the stream link on the Discord at least. So everybody knows. Everybody needs to know. Add everyone. Yes, I want to notify 600 plus people. Okay, you're kind of really. No, maybe we just wait for more people and then until we have 10 for one track or so. Monza leading. I mean, they had the race there, so it shouldn't be too hard to get back on pace on that. I wait 1 more minute, and then it's whatever track has the most votes. I'm counting Monza leading right now with 1 vote. Where's my game? Too many tabs again. Need to close a couple of shit here first. Getting confused. Rules. By the way, if you want to have as a second stream or so, open up Le Mans Esports on Twitch, where the Rapper Racing guys are racing right now. If you're interested in Forza Motorsports, by the way. Couple folders to close here, and then I should be ready. Okay, Monza. Okay, Monza leading even more than. Well, I'm not hiding Bathurst entirely. I'm just hiding it for the time being. The race will be driven on the 21st or so, but it's aired 2 days later or so. Okay. I guess Monza wins. Come stai? Yeah. I'm very good. Well, I'm recovering. I was actually sick for a week or so after we were in Austria in Red Bull's athletes training facility, and I came back with a proper, well, hopefully just a flu. Didn't have a corona test, but yeah, I'm at home anyway. But I had like slight fever at least, and my throat still. It's from last Thursday still, so my throat is still kind of working against that. Night practice at Le Mans. We don't have Le Mans on the game yet. Okay, so I guess Monza won it. Am I blind or something? Yeah, Monza always the first track on the game since Italy. So there you see the fastest lap I did in the Lambo, by the way. So 45.9. Not sure from when that actually is, but could be from that competition we had there. Let's start. CP race is Suzuka. I checked before. There's someone is actually keeping a calendar of these. Taste loss for a day or so, not entire loss. It was all just a bit numb, but I think that's normal for any flu, really. I checked with the doctor, and she said that it's not. The symptoms are too small to really care about it. So there's a couple setups, and I should be taking the latest, I guess, which is the Q set here, and then we adjust the pressures a bit. Which means if that was for 18 degrees, we'll have 5 more, so just a little less pressure, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. That should do. I'm not going to show everything in the set. I'm just going to rely on that I still like it. But I give it a new name, of course. Lambo Monza. That setup is OP. I will play competition later. Yeah, I think the next race is in about 2 hours or something. So one is starting in 5 minutes, but probably a stretch to be quick for this already. Jakob, can we quickly clarify that you are on PC or on PlayStation? Because there seems to be quite a gap in the lap times between both platforms, sadly. But 59.4 would be quite decent on Bathurst on the PC version. So on PlayStation, seems to be faster, everything, quite a bit. I didn't get a chance to drive the PlayStation myself yet, but 59.4, 20 degrees. All right, that sounds quick to me, to be honest. No, I won't play in 15 minutes, rather like 2 hours or so. I don't know why there is a gap. I guess for the PlayStation, it doesn't have the CPU power to calculate the physics as much. So I guess they had to do some compromises there with a physics tick rate, and that will probably just influence the lap time as well. You can find the calendar on my Discord. There is one channel called Just the Good Stuff or something with a pizza icon that Kevin made, and there is a bunch of links, and I think the bottom link, the really last one I posted today, that should lead to the CP calendar of someone keeping that. Not me, certainly. Yeah, 59.4 honestly is quick. I don't speak Russian, like not at all. Not at all is a lie, but all I know is da, da da da, because the girls in my class keep saying da to their moms when they were on the phone. 59.4 seems quick. Not sure how much the temperature affects it. I think it could be quite a thing on the straight there. Trinidad and Tobago. What the fuck? Where do we have viewers from? That's awesome. I chose set, just going back to get new tires. Fuel seems alright. Guess I just gotta. But yeah, please tell me how the audio levels are. As the game is too loud or something. Of course, I need the gloves. I think Monza is pretty much wing 1, so that's the lowest you can go. Understeery, interesting. Okay. Where are the braking points? 150 or so. Psst. We'll take a couple laps. No car sound. Game's muted. Okay. Good you're saying that, because I have a new headset and then probably it picks up from the wrong source. So that should be an easy one. Audio is good. Oh, we don't have sound. I think you have it now. Yeah, there it is. Just tell me if the voice is still I can't not make Lambo sound. It's screaming. Yeah, on Bathurst I have a feeling I'm driving with too much downforce. The car here doesn't want to turn at all. Yeah, okay, can you... Oh, hey Norby. Is it the first time you're watching? allowed to cross the line in Parabolica? I mean, anything that kind of not triggers their track limits is fine, I guess. Like, I could go across like this, but I think the green stuff is already somehow breaking the car. So guys, just for you to know, Norby Kiss in the chat is a truck racing driver these days, and we used to drive back in our early sim racing days, what, 20 years ago? Oh yeah, the beep you're hearing when I cross the start-finish line is the RST tool notifying me it's working. No, he's driving like an MAN or something. That kind of truck. I gotta get you some fans, mate. That wasn't intentional. Yeah, I switched, by the way, my brake pedal. I have now the Huizingveld Ultimates. So I'm not that confident yet with my braking. Pressures are totally off, so we'll find out about that. Can't believe I drove this for the Lambo competition. It feels really horrible. I guess the first two sectors aren't too bad. Just the last one didn't really work out. Getting there. Track conditions should be optimum. Cloudy preset, which gives us... Sorry. Horrible braking. 23 degree air and 27 degree track. Well, I'm double checking on that. So pressure is about half a psi too much. Let's go down a bit with that.
Session is about consistency. Try to be fast, but don't push it over the limit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if I have to adjust the brake bias a bit for the last corner, because that's really odd. Don't think I drive the set like this anymore. Oh, I don't have wing at all, by the way, at the rear. There's really no secrets in here, so you don't have to rush and copy this. Plus, the setup will go onto RST at the end anyway, so don't bother. There's nothing to steal. I don't think it's good for now. So Huizingveld compared to the V3s. So for now, the Ultimates just go up to 140 kilos almost. So that's It's a fly. That's quite, I think, the biggest difference. Other than that, of course, there's more customizability. Can I show it maybe in stream? Oh no, the camera's too small. Don't bother with it. I guess just being able to change all the rubbers. There's probably just more customizability, which is the main thing. The price, sturdiness maybe. Also the way you mount it onto the pedal plate. I guess you can just have a little more variety in that and suit it to yourself. But I guess if you're on a budget, the V3s are perfectly fine, to be honest. As in the Z4 GT3 rim, it's like the actual run, the actual one from the actual car. So BMW makes it, but I guess it's a Sparko rim actually that they were using, but it's an original one, so it's not like there's some third party or something doing it. How to use telemetry labs on PS4? Yes, certainly. PS4 doesn't work. Sorry. One race on SimGroup multi-class race on Suzuka. It starts at 30. Nah, I have to do more data. I'm really behind my target. Yep, that's that. Maybe we don't need Edgemas ABS. Now the brake bias a bit forward. So with RST, what you get is first you get a you need the tool first, and within the tool you need a license to use with the ACC, and you can either choose to use RST with just one game, then you pay I think 15 euros per game that you want to use it with, or you subscribe to RST and then you can use it with all the game it supports. And then to get the data subscription feature, you need to pay another 3 monthly right now. We will move this up to 5 eventually when there's sufficient data in it, but right now it's still a little too few data to charge that price. So for now it's 3 euros, and then you have access to all the telemetry data there. And then what you can do with it, of course, is just record your own and lay them on top of one another, so you can compare the inputs and where you're losing the time, that sort of stuff. And of course you get the setup with it, so you can actually create data that's comparable. I use 56, I think. I've really unlearned how to brake for this one. I'm proper slow, to be honest. Nah, pressures will need a lap to come up. It's not that warm here. You get all the setup that are available, but you don't get setups for all the cars. So right now there's only Barcelona, Nürburgring with all cars. So there's a setup for all of these combos. And there will be more setups later. And there's a couple more, I think we have a couple of McLaren laps in there as well already on other tracks like Kielami. But there's also an overview of the data available on the Discord. Yeah. How did I do 47.2 in the race? Insane. I might just have to brake a little earlier. There you go. No more sliding. There's the time now. Okay, I guess I just have to push it a bit more now. Okay, pressures are nearing where I want them to be. Yep, nice. Okay, I think I want to switch to hot lap mode because I don't want to do 2 laps each time.
Alright, mate, this session is about consistency.
Well, yeah, I'm
Try
not
to be
totally
fast,
off.
but don't push
That's
too much over the
so
limit.
that's a start. But then for the hot lap mode, we probably need more pressure again because we only have 1 lap and then the reset. Where's the hot lap mode? There. And then everything changes again? No. No, optimum. Okay, that's a fart, I guess. What's the current like fastest lap around here? I know 46. I mean, we've seen it already. Definitely possible, but let's see the reference of Monza. What does? Oh, so even James Parker did 46.8 in the Lambo. So I must be aiming for what 46 low or something. Just as a benchmark. Let's see. Pressures. Let's make them a bit higher again for the hot lap. See where we end up with this. Nah, I guess my setup is fine. I mean, I won the race with it, so I assume it's alright. I just have to get used to it again and squeeze more time out of it. Ah, der Arthur. I mean, you can still go practice for Bathurst, but I need to send you a new setup. I did a few changes. I think it's better like this. Sometimes this curve on the exit there is really not really unsettling the car, but it's triggering the traction control. And then the car gets kind of caught in the limiter and the traction control or something, and you lose a lot of time. So there's either a short shift, then I lose time as well, or I don't use the curve, then I lose time as well. So it's really annoying to... Why is the pressure so high now? Did we go down? It's really confusing me because I didn't change anything about the temperatures. They should be more similar than before. I'll check that. Not great driving. But there you go. So this is bullshit. So pressures. They changed quite a bit, do they? There you go. You see, it takes time. Oh yeah, oh right. The tires are preheated to a different temperature. That's why. Good info. I need to do better braking. Just the last corner right now really limiting me. TC off is not a good idea to have ABS down. I feel like your brake light is still... The rear is still swinging around a little, which is quite odd. So yeah, I'll show you on the curb what it does when you stay in second gear there until the end. This happens, which is the most annoying thing in the game. You just get stuck in the limiter, and I know ours made a video on it and it's super realistic, but I've never seen that on a real car. Yeah, and I think if you drive the S, then you know this stuff from every corner, basically. What do you mean, Arthur? What is a long starting procedure? Okay, so pressures look better now. I think we can drive with these for the time being. Okay, let's push a bit. The Ultimates feel quite a bit different than the sprints, by the way. So there's always, or at least how I set them up now, there's still more movement in the pedal. Like you had a golf ball in the back or something. So now I have to do the short shift, and then the car doesn't get stuck in the limiter. Sometimes you can use the curb there, sometimes not. Most of the time I try to avoid it, because it puts you wide a bit and unsettles the car. It takes time to pick up the speed afterwards. And the straights are just a more important bit here on Monza. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just pressing the starter button, I don't know. Okay, this looks more like it. Oh, come on, I would have taken the 46 by now. There you go. Okay, now we need to find like half a second or something still. I think that would be decent. Be a lot of time in the chicanes, just getting the exit right and working around the traction control a bit there usually helps a lot with getting the car back to speed. Oh yeah, and staying in second helps. Might want to touch the differential. Feels a bit too loose on the rear when you enter the corner and bleed off the brakes, and I guess the differential can help a bit there. There is a way to use the curb on the right in Ascari too, but it's like a this small line that you can take where the car doesn't penalize you for it. You see him entering, for example, later for the data. You see him entering the last corner quite shallow. But this way I can brake way later and way deeper. And I don't have the problem of doing a lot of turning while on the brake, which completely destroys the balance of the car with no rear wing, basically. There you go. Insane exit, gained at least 200s. No, I was full throttle actually when pressing the starter. There goes the lap time. I wanted to do a nice lap already, so I jinxed it. Yep, and I forgot to turn. Okay, but good thing is I can see the lap time already, so I guess I can bring it down to a 0.6 or a 0.5, and I'd like to have a bigger gap to James always. Just that's just my reference. I should be going roughly, I'm aiming for half a second, but I guess on Monza it's harder to do so. So what did I want to do to the differential? Maybe something, because I think the rear just turns a tiny bit too much, to be honest, when I'm off throttle. So I'm trying to correct for that a little with more preload on the rear, which should help with the rear tires spinning a bit less independently, which should create a tiny bit more understeer. Maybe this gives more confidence in all the corners, can throw it into a tiny bit more, and then maybe allows me to carry more speed. Never using TC0, to be honest, for a simple reason. I will forget to turn it back on, and next time I rely on it, I will spin and screw the race. So I think I did that once in the Mercedes, and I will never do it again, I swear. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. I don't think I have all these fancy notifications going, I think. Just today I'm doing the Lambo. I do all the cars basically, but just today the Lambo because we have competition going in it, and I just want to get used to it and not spoil the feeling really. Any other change? I guess the pressures were about fine, right? Was there more needed on the rear left or something? But this looks pretty much alright to me, to be honest. Maybe one click. Temperatures are fine. Like, overall, the car to me feels fine. We just need to bang in the lap time here. Oh, I turned the engine off, the ignition off, so that doesn't work. Ignition on, and then 3, 2, 1. I'm pressing the starter now. Okay, it goes faster. Shall I try again? Throttle down. Maybe I don't have to actually hold it down. That goes faster, doesn't go faster, it goes off. That's a Lambo bug I think some people had. It just doesn't turn on at the start. Then you have to, yeah, you have to really stop the car. There you go. So with the differential on the rear now, we should have changed the off-throttle behavior a bit, or the coasting behavior, so to say. But as soon as I go into the throttle, I think the Lambo it's about 50% or something, then the rear tires are locked again completely. Yeah, that was the breaking point there. Great stuff. Yeah, I had to fill out a survey for the Lambo competition coming up, and it said, "What is your favorite Lambo?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna put the tractor here," but I didn't in the end because I thought they might be take that as an offense or so, and don't want to piss off Italians. So I took the Miura, whatever you call it, the old one. Let's dial this back. Love the sausage. Yeah, I put Miura. I don't know, how can I have a favorite Lambo? I have never driven any. I'd probably like any they let me drive. Yeah, I could have put Audi RA2, true. What's is the Audi driving a Lambo engine, or does the Lambo have an Audi engine? There you go. Okay. Yeah, car's a bit more on the steer now, so I guess I can try a bit harder to get the car into the corners. I think you're trying too hard a bit, Andrea. You have to, I don't know, figure out your issues. My driving is horrible. Sorry for that. There you go. That was a kind of, I just kind of hit the edge of the curb and then nothing happens to the car, but if you use a tiny bit more, it unsettles completely. So it's, I don't know, just about cutting the banking in the right way there. Same here, you can use these sausages there a bit, but only in the perfect angle, else they spit you out. Plus you don't get an off track when you hit the sandbox there. Yeah, rear's more stable now. We just have to bring the lap time down a bit. But there were at least 2 or 3 mistakes on the lap, so it's fine. Should turn the delta off, to be honest, because half of the time I look onto the delta and then I miss my braking point or something. use just a tiny bit of that grass there. We'll lose pressure in the race if you do that too often, but here I think it's fine. Nice. I was flat out, but I'm still losing time, just because the traction control cuts in if you ride the curbs too hard. So it's this is a really thin line somewhere. Nice. I forgot how often I have to downshift. Appalling. Sesto Elemento. It's just the newest Lambo. Okay, I think if I figure turn 1 out, there's a 10th, because I've not a single time taken a nice line there. Okay, let's try again. No, I didn't do Monza and the Aston yet. This will be the exact same first sector as a couple laps ago. Horrible. I'm so cautious on the brakes, it's horrible. Don't have my feeling back yet after the pedal change. Yeah, see, the delta could be quite good already if I wasn't pussying out there. I have to do a fix for the last corner. The car's absolute shit there. Let's do something. How did I drive this in the competition? I must have hated it. So I guess the whole differential thing, I guess that helped. So we can do a tiny bit more of that maybe. The next thing I want to probably look at is take away a little of the roll bar in the rear, but the other thing would probably be more around the dampers. Because we can just quickly tap to RST and put on one of the other laps I did. I need to push this button for you to see it, by the way. And we can just go to the suspension, have the histogram here. We can see it's all a bit screwed. So clear bump bias on the rear, front a bit meh. Not really the peaky in the middle. It I think should have on Lambo, so I guess there could just overall be changes in the damping. Bump bias is a bit weird though, because I would think I want the rear to grip up a little quicker again. Let's see what happens if we let's just see what the histogram shows us if we click around a bit. But I mean, of course, I have a target. So there's a bump bias. And I guess usually you'd want to address it like this. And we'll see how that goes, to be honest. A sim suspension set there. A what? Asymmetric. Oh, sorry. I think to get asymmetric suspension right, it needs a lot of time investment. Breaking point Ascari. I think there's. I'll show you. There's like this wall on the right side of the track, and the last bit of that wall is painted in orange. And basically, when this orange patch disappears from my A-pillar, so to say, I hit the brakes. Oh, sorry, there's the game again, of course. Could see the changes, which is unlucky for you. 1 second, here it is. I'm a bad streamer. That's just a fact. Did I change it back now? Yeah, I did. So dampers, I just did the bump on the rear 2 clicks after, the rebound a little more to shift the curve there a bit. On the front, I just went harder on both to see what that does. That's it already. No big changes. Of course, this tire warming up is just show, because once I touch the start finish line, I get new tires anyway. For turn 1, the curb on the right, so the first one, you can really use it to get the car rotated a bit. And then you'll immediately see there's a couple more hundreds on your delta. Feels a bit like the grip on the rear is a tiny bit better, but I have to do more laps for it. Don't do that. That was way too much of the curve then. I tried to drive around the curve a bit more on the right. Choosing a car mate. I'm down to really saying that you should choose the car that you like driving the most, because that will keep you to do practice, and the more practice you do, the more likely you'll be quick. And just having the fastest car doesn't really give you the lap time, I think, when you don't like it. I'm not that confident with my brake pedal yet. There's always something. I think I release too quickly or too slow, but I can't really figure it out yet. And if I stay really wide on that curve, it won't have the issue with running in the limiter. Now it's a bit understeery there on the entry. Bugs me. Maybe I should go lower with the roll bars, they're quite stiff. Yeah, I would say the Porsche isn't really a beginner's car as well, yeah. It's just difficult, when, especially for races. It might be good over one lap, but to set it up right and work with a balance shift, you need to know what you're doing, I'd say. Okay, one more lap with the set, then I'll do a couple more changes, because I'm not there, or not where I wanted to be with it. I want to have a too good exit. So I'm touching the sausage on the inside too much. Hey Mario. Okay, this is horrible. So I want to show you from last lap what I meant with the exit curb of the second chicane. There you go. Let's take this camera maybe. And see where I put the tires, and then you'll know. Because on the, like, what is it, vibrating curb, so to say, you will get this problem with the car running into the limiter and traction control something, whatever that is. But if you make that really slow now, that was really fast. So maybe that is really slow. Okay, let's go a bit further. And now on the exit curb, try to see where I put the tire, which is on the green stuff just behind the vibrating curb. And on this, you don't get the issue with the limiter and second gear there, so you can use the gear fully and don't have to short shift, and you also don't run into this something. But you can see this is just barely as wide as the tire is, so well, it's probably even smaller. A bit dark down here. By contrast, that is. But yeah, it barely fits the left-hand side tire, so if you feel like you want to be really precise and risk everything, then you can try put the car there to avoid the whole upshift issue there. To the garage. So as I said, a bit too understeery, to be honest. I'll just change the roll bars a tiny bit. This will, since the front roll bar is always harder than the rear, changing both still changes the balance kind of, because you take away more from the rear, more from the front than you take away from the rear, and that likely causes the front to have a little more grip now compared. Or I gave it a little more than I gave the rear, but we'll see. The other thing, did I complete the whole lap? I did, and there is indeed a change in the histogram. And if we go back to the one before, I think we can see quite. Sorry, I show you the scene. I got it. So this is the histogram before, and this is just the next one is just after 2 clicks on the front and rear, really. And now it's still not anywhere near it should be, but I think we're going in the right direction. So on the front, what did I do? I just I just hardened bump and rebound, to be honest. And on the rear, I stiffened up the rebound by 1 click and softened the bump by 2. And I think this already causing some understeers. So I maybe want to go that direction, but have overall more damping, I think. Well, you go for very stiff front arb in most of your setups. Just feels like all the cars in ACC hate roll. They just literally hate it, and on all the setups I get way more stability in the car if I use high roll bars. So let's get back to the game, do a quick change here. What we did on the front seemed to be alright, so let's just give it another click there. I might actually not do the rebound click, just the front one. Or maybe 2 on the front, just 1 for the rebound. And then at the rear, I think the direction was alright. Let's do 2 more, but only increase 1 of the rebound to change the balance there as well a bit. Let's see how that pays out. Oh, I gotta read the chat for a second. There are a couple messages I missed, sorry. So, as in great beginners, pace is really hard to extract at very high competitive level. But I think extracting the pace is hard for all cars. So that's an excuse right there. Why can I not? Doesn't take my fingers. The next one was it Xbox? Yeah, I think the console versions just seem to be quicker because they have less, a smaller, shorter. What's the right word? A different physics tick rate. I think they went down to 60 hertz with the physics or something, and the PC version has what, 333. So there's quite a bit of difference in how many physics iteration are being calculated. I guess it just shows in lap time as well. It's unavoidable by the looks of it. Or they even went down to 30 because they can't push more frames from the consoles. So yeah, the consoles just seem to be faster. There you go. For X of T1, which is faster, staying inside the curb or going outside on the green stuff. Yeah, I think on T1 exit, the green stuff is even narrower. So it's hard to place the car there, especially since it's the right side of the car. It's harder to see for me. And then it's more tricky to place the car exactly where it should be. I have a feeling that I'm not sitting correctly. I think I'm like one hole in the seat too far back. Let's see if that changes anything. So if I try this here, it's a thin line as well, but out of corner 1, it feels like I have more options to place the car where I want it to be, so it's not as tricky as the second chicane, really. Now the rear feels a bit sluggish. And on throttle is to understeery. So, might have overdone a few changes there. So let's see. I want maybe a bit less of that. 80 was fine, 100 feels too much understeer. Then, the roll bars, I'm not going to touch them for now. This would be guessing here. I don't really know much about the bump stop rate. I think I want the rears to grip up a little faster, which could be done with a higher bump there. But I also don't like the way the front tires, I think the rebound on the front might be a bit too high. Kind of picks up the grip of the front axle there. Let's see. I feel tempted to go back with the roll bars already. I always drive the latest tracks. I never drive 218 tracks. I don't know what the difference really is. I know in Spa there's a difference in lap time as well, but I'm not sure what the Monza thing is. I just think nobody drives the 2080 tracks anymore, so don't bother with it, I'd say. I think I've done 46 in the Aston as well, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I mean, constant in the sense that in hot lap mode this might be possible, yeah, but certainly not in a proper qualifying or race. Okay, let's try a little harder maybe. Too hard. I hate it when after corner 1 the lap is basically over. Because when the delta shows red already, then you know you're like over a tenth down. Because I don't know why. now I can't really see anything what the delta does, because there's like a 1.5 area where it just stays gray, and on the one end of the 1.5 it goes green, on the other it goes red. So track temp for all this data stuff will always be 27 degrees for the track and 23 for the air. Okay, so I somehow got way more understeer in the car now. You have to focus more on the air temperature, by the way, guys. Because with cold air, the air gets a bit more dense, gives you a little bit more downforce, but also the engine just gets a little more oxygen, so it goes faster. And the track temperature doesn't really make that much of a difference there. I mean, of course it does, but the air temperature seems to have the bigger effect of the two. The car is so understeering now, but it's still going quick, but it's just not my style of driving to kind of go into the corner waiting for the front to do its thing. And when you hit the curb too much, it over-rotates the car, and the traction control comes on, which is super annoying. So there's just one RNG line in the corner where suddenly you're a 10th up or something. Small four-wheel drift there. I guess once I get a 0.5, I'll be fine with it. No, air temp influences tire pressures as well. Okay, that was a bit late. The brakes are heating up properly there, by the way. What do we have here? 2 and 3? Wait, 3 even at the back. I'll stick to it anyway. Yeah, weird. The understeer. What do I do with you? My problem is on the other tracks as well. The jumps in suspension stiffness on the front axle are way bigger than they are on the rear. And I kind of need something in between there. But it's not there. So, unlucky. Just thinking what the car is doing there currently, where the understeer really comes from, but because I don't feel like I have made that much or that big changes to get this amount of understeer I have right now. I'm tempted to reduce toe a bit for the Lesmos, but this will also make it even more willing to, yeah, be sluggish around the chicanes. Find this car feels sloppy, almost driving above soap. The rear is kind of sometimes feels disconnected a bit. That's true. Okay. Can't be long till a 0.5, and if we're lucky, make it a 0.4 or something, and I'll take it. Then we can move on to the next track. In fact. Invalidating the next as well? Nope. Yeah, there's several CP races to come, aren't there? And if we miss the CP race, I guess there's something Jardio does, because he does always something. Delta is like on the verge of going green. There you go. Just a better exit and the 10th is gone. Don't fuck up the last corner. Of course I do. Oh, I didn't actually. That was dirty. Anyway, there's your RST data. Oh, I take that. But yeah, I guess with, what's that now, an hour spent or something? Spend a week and it will be a 46 low. I guess just 2 more tenths or 3 or so something. So what I really have to do now is check in RST if the lap I did is fully recorded. That's really important. Because that sometimes it would be a shame, right? Let's get the overview here of the data. But it seems we have the first straight, chicane, blah, 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 and the last corner there as well. And with any other lap marked here, there you go. Okay, so we have the data. You'll be able to get it from the RST software if you subscribe to it, and then you can put my brake trays and throttle trays and steering trays. Of course, you can't see it. Sorry, here it is. So here's all the data you can then get from here. File data database. I think Zach was being funny there with the name. And then if you open it, if it will happen, I think I have some beta clients. So then you see all the lap times available, and you just enter the car name, track name. Does OBS really pick that up, by the way? No, it doesn't. Sadly, OBS doesn't pick up the pop-up, but there is now on my screen a pop-up with a list of all the available files. With 2 filter options, you'll figure it out. Not too difficult, to be honest. So yeah, all the data is here, and then for you to analyze the driving, you really have to go to the driver tab. Then you go to the overview, I think as a good starting point, and then you just put your data on top of that, which would just be here a second lap or something, and then you can zoom in on the differences and see the different braking traces, throttle traces, where the speed is higher, where it's lower. Adjust the scales here if you want to see more detail, for example, right? It's the last couple changes they did to the UI, I really like them. There's more to come. So we're all in for a great app for ACC telemetry here. Then what else you could probably, what's nice to view is the coasting is always telling a big story. The accumulated coasting time over a lap. I usually coast a lot more than other people, which just shows you there is a reason to coast. So take your time. No need to use 2 pedals. No need to do like braking, all, and then because somebody told you to go back into the throttle right away. Don't do that. So coasting is fine in general. What else was interesting here? I think the where is it? Driving line is an interesting bit if you get your head around it. So the corner radius is here in this second to last column. It's a row actually, not a column. And then just the inverse of that would be the last row there. And you could see the differences there. Where in the corner do I actually rotate the car? Do I do it early, or do I do it in the middle of the corner, or do I do it at the exit of the corner? I guess this alone tells you quite a bit how or how different the approaches into a corner there are really. So how I publish the data there is, oh yeah, sorry, I'll go to the histogram as well. So this is how it looks now. It got worse. I don't think it changed much on the rear, but it definitely changed on the front. So the front looks fine now. The rear couldn't use more work, but then again, the setup is really compromised from the aerodynamics, and it just can lead to also a bad histogram. There's always more tweaks to be done, of course, but I guess this for now is already fine. Now I just have to do one final thing. First, let me save this file because I don't want to lose that one. So we go to my folders here. Where's Monza? There. Let's rewrite the name. Sorry, you probably can't see it. Lambo Monza, temperatures, blah, blah, blah. And now I have to still do the car parameters, which are really important here. So I'm loading the Lambo Evo GT3, and then there's the suspension thing and the setup thing that I still have to do myself. I think on the front we now have 167. We have 164 at the rear. I don't think you can see it, right? Yeah, it's not being picked up by OBS, sorry. How could I do that? Probably can't. Anyway, gotta go to the setup page in the game. And what I have to do is take the suspension values from here and put them into into RST for RST to do the correct calculations. But I would always need the same as with Motec. I need to do one lap where I temporarily park the car so I get the stationary suspension value. So this is what I'm going to do right now. I'll tell you right after about the whole downshift thing into the second chicane. But this lap is not important, so I can do it anyway. So the first gear, if you go down to it, triggers your engine brake a bit more, has an effect on the differential, so it gives me a tiny bit of extra turn in, and reduces my speed maybe by 1 or 2 kilometers or something without having to use the brake more. And that just the idea is to give me more stability while giving me also more rotation. So I do the short downshift into first just to get the turn in reaction, but then up to second to get stability through the second part of the corner, and also save one upshift on the exit, because every upshift just has a small delay until the car accelerates again, and the second gear definitely has enough torque to get the car out of this chicane here, right? So that's why. So now I just have to find the place where the track is flat. I guess I'll just take the last straight. I have 2 big ears. Like my ears are constantly pressing against the headphones. And after, I don't know, 8 hours, it kind of starts to hurt. Okay, so now park the car. Off the brake, let it roll a bit, let it come off the dampers. Sometimes takes 2 seconds or something. Then finish the lap. And I think I just have to do another to be sure, because sometimes RST doesn't pick up the first lap when you go back to the garage, because ACC doesn't send the right command on the shared memory where RST picks up all the data. Certainly nothing can be, sadly nothing can be done about that. Zach has tried a lot. Yeah, I mean, I think I had the same when I started with ACC, that there were lap times on the leaderboards where I said, "What the? How do they do that?" But just takes time to figure the game out, and then you'll start to understand how the lap time comes to be. Yeah. So I guess, yep. Don't drive one-handed on a direct drive, because the forces are just a bit too much for you. So park the car once more, similar position, just so we get the stationary suspension data. That's really important. Now we just wait a bit until the car has come off the dampers. Then we finish the lap. Oh, there you go. There's Zach. No more bad words about him. I'm hoping SRO does something more, but I'm also hoping they're understanding esports a bit better, because apparently they have sold this league to the manufacturers, so they got additional money from the manufacturers, but they didn't pass any of it on to the drivers who literally made this whole thing possible, which is a shame, to be honest. And without a prize pool, I definitely have to see how this is feasible, because the time investment, of course, is quite huge in such a league. And I think everybody doing this on this level the league has been investing so much, they should have return of some sort. But there's literally no price in SRO esports, so which is I don't even know what to say. Shouldn't be the case. Okay, so let me save this car for the time being. We do have a Lambo somewhere. Just trying to pick up the name there, or not. Why do I not have anything there? Anyway, we go to Monzer. That is the Monzer Lambo car. Save it. Now just have to add something there, which is the ride heights. And I have to read these from the setup. And they are 56 at the front, 54 at the rear. That's what's in the setup. I'll switch over to RST. You still can't see it, I'm sorry. So here's my car. There's the suspension. Front, did I say 56? And the rear is 56. And the ride height on the rear is 54. And now we got to find the static value. And you'll see we find this in, I think it's it's handling, and then it is damper speeds. And now all we have to do is go to the last lap I just did. Go to time, and then we'll find on the last back straight the point in time where it did 0, and now we can see the damper values up here. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but you can see that the damper here, after the car is stationary, it takes the damper a bit to bring the car back stationary. Now I just take the values that are written there for the car parameters. So let's just take 13.5 and 14.6 for the rear. 13.5 and 14.6, so that's 13.5 and 14.6. And now the car params are finished. Zach is happy, doesn't have to hate on me for not doing it. And then I only have to save the replay, the setup, upload it to the server. Then I get the editor to record the hot lap and make the whole intro outro, and then we have to wait for a couple more laps to be done on other tracks. I think we agreed on at least 5 to 10 or so they can batch work it, which just makes it way more efficient. So back to ACC, saving the replay. just so I have the lap in there. Then, did I save it now? Yeah, getting anxiety there. Then I'll just quickly go to, you can't see that, but to my data sheet where I collect everything and put in the lap time for the Lambo on, where's Monza? Here. 146.4, I think. And then I just have to go to the respective folder, dump all the data there, and then we should be... Don't think I saved the replay, guys. I'll check the replay once more in the game. That would be odd, but I know what I changed. I'll read the chat in a second. Let me just finish that, and then we can go for the CP race, maybe? Okay, Zach taking over the stream, which is perfectly fine with me. I think I changed the toe on the rear. I think I also changed the ABS. I did not change anything here. I did change nothing here. I think we went down to this. We had this. And we changed the dampers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was like 1, 2, 2. And I think on the rear, we went overall stiffer because we had the bump bias. So it must have been something like this. And this should save this setup right here. And then I'll send it to you through RST. So there's the setup. Let me copy it to my RST folder. Just the process just takes a bit up, sorry. But I want to be clean here so I'm not screwing this up. Because doing it later is more difficult than doing it right away. Sorry. And now I take the whole stuff, upload it to the respective folder on the server. And if Zach has free time, which he never has because he's writing on the tool 24/7, he might put the data up there right away so you can see it. Copy the link. You don't have the only thing missing would be the YouTube video because it takes a bit longer to upload and record and all that. Insert the link and then we should be good. Okay, so new table entry. Not a lot of tracks that we haven't covered yet. So I think I'm only missing laps on Hungary doesn't have any car. Laguna Seca doesn't have. Misano doesn't have one. Zandvoort and Zolder. So only 5 tracks that don't have data yet on any car. So it's slowly filling up. Okay, I guess I can kind of close RST now because I won't be using it for the race. And let's take something for the chat. Just a second there. Yeah, there you go. Ferrari Evo. Oops. No idea what you're doing. Hi, Milo. Don't you have anything to do? Is there a muscle stream to watch or something? Best time on wet conditions? Seriously, most of the time we've driven the dry set with different tires and slightly rearward, like move the aero balance further rearward. So rain setups, to me at least, aren't that difficult and not that much different. So 47 minutes to the next competition race. Do we do practice then? I guess we do practice then. Audi Monza. Nah, not switching cars now. That would be odd. So I'll just go to, it's pretty simple. I just go to to Suzuka. And take the setup from Bathurst probably doesn't work, but I guess Barcelona is always a good start. So in the meantime, while this is loading, let me get the setup from Barcelona to just have a better base. Really? Setups, Lambo, Barca. I have a very nice setup name. Where's Suzuka? There. I do have a couple sets there, indeed. Oh yeah, I did a coaching session there. So I have the CDA setup, which of course I can't show you, but I could still use it somewhat. Is it the latest I used? Yeah. It's kind of difficult to do my own set when you've seen another setup. I always try to make make relevant enough changes to call it my setup and not give away theirs. Sometimes I just start from the aggressive. So setups, load setups, and there you'll see there's a couple of Dennis Lind, but I guess they're from February, so maybe the game has changed a bit, so they might not be usable. And then there's CDA, which I can't show you, but there's also Barcelona, which I can't show you. So let's see. This looks like something. Don't know. Always have to drive it first to see how that goes. Suspension seems different to Monza, like a sweet spot for the car almost. Brake bias seems way more forward, but also the nature of the corners here is a bit more tricky. I'm not sure of the steering ratio. I kind of like it more 12. So let's do this maybe. No worries, Mila, you'll find another streamer. Okay, I guess the temperatures and pressures could work. Let's do a few laps. Okay, that is probably not working. We'll see. I'm not happy with my graphic settings right now. I get so many weird edges. Where's the anti-aliasing? I guess it's the sharpening. The sharpening overdoes it a bit. Where is it? Disabled. Nice. Sharpness 100. Maybe try something lower. Just looks weird. Nah, that setup doesn't work. Let me quickly show you something else so I can check what I did with the other setup for the coaching session. Okay, that's quite a bit. That's quite a different aero balance right there. Okay. Interesting. So I guess I'll have to do a couple changes to get more downforce here. Certainly a downforce track. Let's stick with that for the time being. Want this. This can probably stay. It's overall a bit too oversteer right now, but we'll figure that out, I guess. We'll see. KTAA. Why is he screaming? Is there any reason screaming KTAA? Oh yeah. Let's try that. But I had temporal before and I liked it. Let's see. Look at Holtzy in there. Oh. I kind of feel disconnected from the car at the moment. Oops, no. Nope. That doesn't work just yet. Guess that's a ride height issue. Should be more like this or so. How else do we stop the car from doing this? I maybe have to limit this a bit as well. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Takes time. Guess it's just a bit too aggressive. Need to do at least a proper lap before you can delay turn in with doing more toe at the front, but I don't think that's the way to go generally. Could use more toe at the rear to stabilize it a bit more. Also, I guess more preload could be helping, but not in the braking scenario, really, just in the coasting. I don't have my normal car, so it doesn't matter really. Okay, now we're starting to get some sort of stability. Okay, I don't like that. I think we must be aiming for something like 59 low or so, should be a good lap. Okay, getting there. Lap time is probably going to be what, 2:01s or something right now, but didn't die, which is a plus. Oh, the lap is not bad. What? I feel there's. Oh no, 58.3 in qualifying, that's why. I was getting confused. Feels so slow somehow, like the whole game, not the car in general, but just the game feels like it's slow motion. So what do I feel about the car? It's stable now, but it's also too understeery, so it needs a couple more changes certainly. And the line, of course, needs changing. Just trying to get a setup that is workable in the race. So pressures on the right side seem alright. Left side, not so much. Okay, we can carry quite a bit of speed through here. That's nice. Okay, Lambo's not a monster on the brakes. Okay, let's adjust the pressures a bit for now. So where are they? 1, 2, 1, 2. This should be fine, but we need a lot more on the left side. About this. Then they will produce less temperature. So let's just do one more. 9 clicks. There you go. So now I said the car is most stable, but it doesn't turn in as much as I would like to. So let's increase the rear gap to the floor a tiny bit. Let's maybe go down with the roll bar at the front a bit. And not do much else really. I'd stop right there, see where we end up now. Usually I want to open the toe at the rear more just to get free rotation without destroying tires or something. But you can also see that the rear has quite a bit of temperature difference inside to outside. It's almost 9 degrees or almost 10, which is a bit much. We're aiming for 6 or 7, so I have to probably decrease the camber on the rear, which means I also have to decrease it on the front. I had good experience with a caster on this car, but I don't think it's the issue here. Let's save that for a moment. Actually, we could give that a new name. Oh, doesn't even carry the track in there. What's that? Suzuka. Yeah, I would need less camber on the rear, but right now it would affect the balance. So if anything, I would have to change it on both axes, and that would take away lap time. So it doesn't feel like the rear is getting too hot over a hot lap. So for that, it would work, I guess. We do 1 click. I'm doing just a few clicks at a time, not trying to change everything at the same time. Even though I kinda did I? The problem is the steering on the Lambo is a bit, I don't know, doughy. So you have to drive it way more visually than over the force feedback. Now it starts to turn in. Okay, that feels better now. Bye Mila, thanks for joining. Good luck with all your rolls. I guess you nailed it. Opposite to me, to be honest.
Please try to stay on the track.
So yeah, that car rotated like crazy now, so we can do more changes, to be honest, and that will be... I want to decrease front camber, to be honest. Also don't want to go down the route of toes. How much time do I have left for the CP race? Must be like, what, 20 minutes or so? And the car hates the curves in the chicane. You got it, Mila, don't worry. Mila is one of Germany's top next actors. did I say it's difficult to drive when you read the chat? Although Lambo is so willing to turn here. I remember the McLaren needed to be forced around there. Top of the hour, yeah. I should have like a clock somewhere. Okay. You know you got this corner right when you don't have to do any adjustments. Bye, Mila. There's a lot in the chicane, Lord. Is that 2.5 tenths or something? Hello, Adam. This should be clipped. My face when I saw the car going into the grass. No sense of speed today. It's so weird. 100 feels like 250 and vice versa. I just don't know how fast I'm going. Setup is getting better. Temperature difference not as severe anymore, which is a good start. Real race final. So we're driving on the 21st, but the race is aired, I think, 2 days later or so. I don't know why. Maybe they just want to make sure that the show is actually good. Why is this a thing here, by the way? That was certainly from Barcelona. Leftovers. Dampers. Seems all fairly low, I guess. Overall, we'll need to do quite a bit of changes to the dampers, but I don't have RST running anymore. Should we take a look? I started again. Guess why not? Yeah, I guess they want to make sure they have a good race and can cut out the bits, or do a restart even or something when we all fail the first corner. I don't know. Guess it's a thing. When you work with big brands, they will always, yeah, wanting to make sure that the brand is represented well and not have bad interviews or something. Maybe I want to sit higher in the Lambo. What do you say? If I go to the view settings and say, what would that be? Height. Yo, also feels weird. I don't know. Why was that so understeery now? Pressures very high. Why are they already so high? Let me think. And also what I don't like is, since they don't give us prices, we kind of rely on the streaming, I'd say. Because where is my stream from that race when I'm not allowed to do it live, right? That's a bit... Oh, now I know why I went back to the pits. Something really made the car oversteer right now. I wanted to change the caster to give me more feel in the steering wheel, because the car has a tendency right now to give you this Ferrari-like feeling where the front kind of doesn't produce any forces anymore. That's really odd. Also, I think the whole change to the camber at the rear just needs the front to change as well. No matter if we're on a qualifying here or not, just needs it to get the balance right again. And then let's do 2 laps in a row just to get data into RST. And then we'll see especially just the suspension histogram, if this is completely off. Because it feels there's not enough damping. Oh, 58 already on the Delta. Nice. This is a very weird corner. It's one of these corners in the game where your delta will always become worse. Always. Which means you do this corner the perfect way the first time you drive it in the session. And I think another one of these is... What did we drive? There is some on Kielami, where it's always the case. I did 58.3 with the McLaren, so there's still quite some time to find. Because the Lambo should be faster around here. Boy, my line. So kind of have to figure the setup out, because sometimes in the fast corners I have oversteer, sometimes understeer. Oui. Nice, that destroys the data. Nah. Carry so much speed through 130 L. Well, if you do the downshift, go off throttle, go back on it, and then you're through. It's really just the balance of the car that saves you there. Okay, let's try a clean data run. Come to the inside, come on. I guess we need way more damping because the car is super sluggish.
He's trying to stay on the track.
Horrible understeer through the first Degna there. There you see, you cannot gain in this corner. On the exit, the delta always goes down. Has insane downforce. So much time lost. Okay, what does RST say with the histogram? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Very sluggish rear. The front actually a bit peaky, but not too bad. So let's stiffen the car up a bit. So on the front, let's just do 2 clicks, 3 all around, because the balance on the front seemed alright with the dampers, but the rear just seems overall way too little. So let's do like 6 clicks. I guess that's the only thing we'll do for now. And I do really want to get behind this whole off-brake understeer. That really bugs me. So I have to think what happens to the car when you go off the brake. So the nose comes back up, the outside tire is already loaded. And the rear probably just has a little bit too much grip. So if anything, have to go to this direction. I guess in the end we'll go down here as well. So much time in turn 1. Interesting. Annoying. Now the car is a bit understeered and doesn't really want to go places anymore. It's horrible. So we need more camber again. It kind of probably isn't a good idea to reduce camber and the caster, because that's camber reduced twice. getting just better for corner 1 there. Invalidated, right? I mean, you gain in this corner somehow on the entry, but then on the exit, I never get a better exit than the first time I drive it. Oops. The car got stuck on the curb. Really sucked me in. Thanks for the compliment? Not sure how to read that. Still 20 minutes to the race. No, I'm totally off again. I have to adjust my eyes. I feel so weird in the car. I just don't get the sensation of speed right at the moment. Super weird. Yes. There is understeer through the Degners. I can sort it kind of on the brakes. And I could probably, for example, give the car a little more bump stop range on the front, which would help in there, but it would probably make it also way more oversteery into corner 1. The corner 1 is a real race ender. One cause of understeer is always going too fast, so I guess I haven't properly sorted the Degners out yet. Horrible corner to drive. Missing quite a lot of time in the game. .58.5. I think in the SRO final the car did 58.1 or something. So I'm, yep, not where I need to be with this car just yet, by the looks of it. I'll just try a little more of these. No, I can't cut the curb. Kills the car. And it's, the problem is not Degna 2, the problem is always Degna 1. Because you have the pitch in the car when you brake at that speed so much. And then you either get like a very loose rear, or you get the understeer as I do just right now. I guess the rear still kind of grips up a little too well there. Let's see how the histogram has changed. Yeah, I brought the rear up, but I destroyed the front. Nice. So that's really good. But I also don't want to make the front so much sluggish. It's a huge bias. So what this would tell me is bring up the bump, take down the rebound, and then it will look better again. On the rear, we pretty much got it in the direction that we wanted. Sorry, I need to show you. There's the animation. This is what we had before. So the front was really peaky. Now it looked like this. So the front got destroyed, but the rear, I think, got quite a bit better. So on the rear, I'd go further into this direction, but on the front, I need to make a correction like I already did. And on the rear, I just go really just one click more all around. For now, maybe I'll not do more to the front right now. I have to change the brake bias as well. I don't, is it just me, or is the anti-aliasing in ACC or Unreal 4 engines kind of weird? I just don't like it. Getting there slowly, with my line at least. Let's see how this one has changed. By now, I just need to do laps, not setup. Meet F1 drivers, yeah. But not necessarily Red Bull, because I was already meeting F1 drivers 20 years ago. It's just when you do sim racing on a high level, then sooner or later you come in touch with other race drivers, and why not F1? There was a competition back in the days was driving against Timo Glock or something when he was at, I think, Toyota. I think the Degna is just a bad corner for the car, to be honest. Needs a small P brake, and then I guess I'll almost have to register for the CP server, don't I? Yep. Let's save the setup for now. I guess for a race on CP servers, it should be alright. Not entirely happy, to be honest. Zuyuka. Guess I had the international keyboard again, not the German one. Will be back in a second, I think. Where's the scene for that? This one, I guess. I think this works great. Yep, awesome. How about this? Great, then you can see the chair a bit. See you in a second. I guess they charged enough. Competition, there you go. Exactly. Let's see. 8 people watch this horrid stream. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining. It's the first time I'm actually watching. Okay, let's see. Where is the... Hello. Oh, there you go. Multiplier. I have very low CP rating because I haven't done it in a while. I'm expecting... Maybe this becomes a second grid. Oh boy. Top 3 things to improve your driving as a casual sim racer. Well, you like the big questions, do you? Disconnected. It says disconnected. Why? Let me restart the game. Start the nice game. Where is it? There. I like this camera. I don't know what happened to that scene, man. It's just not. Okay, I have no clue what happened there. No clue what that thing is doing there. Absolutely no clue. It's so weird. I don't. Yep. Well, that's just stretching it. It's also weird. The top 3 things. Oh boy. I guess you all want to go faster, right? So be open to. So the first thing really is being open to changing your driving and acknowledging that your driving is the main issue, not the setup or anything or the car or whatever. That it really is your driving, and changing your driving then next and really figuring out what your issues are and really working on them. And that's like looking each day, what am I doing wrong? How can I compare to someone who drives well? What are the actual differences? And then trying to understand why the differences are how they are, and then finding your way to get rid of your mistakes and really applying the different driving styles you can see other people do. And that's the whole idea why I made the thing with RST, providing the data, because I think that gives you the best insight to see what your driving really needs to change in order to become better. So first, I'd say acknowledging. Second, working on it. I think third probably just is the patience and just understanding more of cars and racing in general. And then it will be easier to change your driving, change the setups, and yeah, I guess patience is a huge factor in sim racing that you need, because the level I think at the front is rather high. There are people with lots of experience, and if you want to get closer to the front there, then probably just you need to catch up, and that costs time and commitment. So say goodbye to your family, say goodbye to work, say goodbye to I don't know what else you can sacrifice, but sim racing is costly in many ways. 4 minutes. What do we do? I have a CP rating of 19. Let's see if that takes us to the first server. I don't know what other information the game might save to decide whether or not you belong in the first split. What does the whole rating there actually mean, man? Where is the rating? Do we have? Oh boy, loading works. Charm. What do you mean I didn't register? Is that oh I thought it was still the countdown thing, not the registering thing. Oops. Sorry. Thanks for reminding me. I thought it was the countdown timer until the registry starts. That almost went horribly wrong. Registered. So now I can go back to the rating stuff. I did register. Maybe it takes pace or something to slot you in the first server. That could be. What are these ranks, man? I didn't drive anything. Racecraft, maybe it takes that. Maybe safety, no. But competition, yeah. I don't know why that's so low. I guess I didn't drive enough in the past. Okay, still 2 minutes. Didn't know I had that much racecraft. That must be all the Suzuka race in there. Well, we'll find out if I make it to first. Would be weird not to, because probably I didn't become a worse driver, right? Hopefully. Maybe it's not that crowded. Maybe it takes some lap time. I mean, it knows also the lap times I did on the track somehow, right? Okay, so I guess we'll be grid 1 then. Alright. 45-minute race, I kind of like that. An hour is really long. So I'm fine with just 3/4 of an hour. There's, what, mandatory pit stop? Seems like it. Mandatory pit stop. But I guess I still know how to do them. Hopefully. And I also hope I won't need to nail it. First split is always kind of competitive. At least I won't be like 1 second faster than everyone. I don't believe that. Especially the car isn't where it needs to be. So if someone drives the Aston or Mercedes, they can do 57s in theory. So that could already. Oh, it's warmer. I like that. Some, but not much. Let's wait a second until the track has the right setting. But it's staying green. Ew. Green track is absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. How does it behave with fuel? Maybe we find out about that. Did anyone notice how much we used in the sessions before? I kind of forgot. Let's estimate for 45 minutes will be what, 22, 23 laps. Then it will be 23 times 4, so something like 92 liters, probably a bit less. And 20 times 0.2, maybe it's even less, -4, so this should be already good. I guess we can go lower as we figure it out. Anything else I want to change? Probably not for now. Oh, sorry guys, there you go. I need someone to press buttons for me because I'm so bad at it. Oh, I forgot pressures. Let's see where they go. Green track's horrible. See, do we have any names here? Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, that's actually bad. I need to quickly configure a few buttons because that is missing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This should be this. This one. Yeah, there you go. Okay. There you go. What Green Track does though is it shows the weakness of the car a little more pronounced. Because when you have trouble with oversteer already, then on Green Track it will be more pronounced. I have no clue how the pressures were. I guess we have to lower them just a tiny bit. Let's see how that goes and then take some fuel out. How many laps do we do? 4, 5. Should be enough. Oh yeah, it's optimum track now. So no excuses not doing a 58. Guess the right side will be a little too low pressure, but it's fine. No, that was great. Doom, 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 doom. Next lap invalid, I went through the pits at 185. That's good to know. So I guess we warm up the tire one more lap. Rear left is getting a bit warm. Oh, I guess I have a little too little cooling on the rear brake ducts. So do I pit now and correct the pressures, or do I just drive the lap? I guess I just drive the lap. actually let me through. Yes, nice. I'm kind of driving cautious. I think at this corner we could use more front roll bar, definitely. Maybe even less on the rear. Oh, you can take the curb. But then you have to mean it and take a lot of it. This corner, even if I didn't try the first time around, you can't get it better second time. I guess second first it is, maybe? Let's practice a pit entry. Oh, it's 50. Kinda thought 80. Let's not change anything here. Let's not refuel. Why is this this game, man? What's the fucking button to deactivate the tire change? This user interface is the worst thing I came across since playing racing games. It's horrible. Why is it not spacebar? What's the button for it? Spacebar deactivates the pit limiter. It's beyond me. No, left, right didn't work. Give me the mouse at least or something, but nope. Game says nope. So we have a mandatory tire change by the looks of it. Because I can't find the button. I even defined enter here. So what else is the button? Up, down, left, right, that's all defined. I don't get it, man. I don't get this game. Why is the pit menu gone? There you go. Yeah, how hard do I have to press this, man? Anyway, I forgot about the pressures again. I guess left rear was a bit hot. How was the right rear? Was that alright? Can't remember. Guess it works though. Fuel 3.4 only. So what did I calculate? 23 laps. Tire set 2. We stay with tire set 2. Then it can't change anything. One day I make a rage video about the user interface. There's just so many things. Brake deck cooling, yeah. Cheers, mate. I'll check that in a second. Oh yeah, full formation lap. Interesting. Rear more cooling. I shared top 3 tips before, and it's acknowledging that the issue is yourself, not the setup, not the car. Tip 2 then is work on your driving, like really work on it, and it takes time. And then the third thing is patience, perseverance, and what other word comes to mind? Resilience. It's pain. Sim racing is pain and needs all your time. Deal with it. Okay, we said cooling. Even more? Well, okay. If the tires get hot, we need more cooling. It's just a fact. We already touched the pressures, so I guess that is fine. I don't think we should go much lower with the camber. Maybe 1 click all around. Should do. No refueling. Hence I won't make it says there. No refueling. 24 or 23 times 3.4. So times 3 is 72. Actually, it's at 69. And half a liter, what, 79? So yeah, 84 easily enough. Yeah. I should be a fresh tire set by the looks of it here. I just used 1. So, and then pit stop number 1. On all pit stop strategies, I want to stay with tire set 2. So I guess even if I say tire change, it shouldn't, right? Yeah, pressures on the rear might be lower now. But we have more weight in the car, so let's work with this. Doesn't matter too much, I think. It'll be fine. Yep. 2,000 hours on the game. Maybe, I don't know what you're doing in these hours, but you should do driving. But honestly, get coaching. What else am I going to say? Get coaching. I'm there. And I should have a little more time. I would like to slot in 1 coaching session each day. I can't, but at least say there's three slots a week should be doable for me. So if you're really stuck, get coaching. If it's too expensive for you, get the RST subscription and try to coach yourself with the data. Maybe it's not impossible. It does work. Use current pressures, someone says. Oh yeah, that's a button, because That's another thing in the user interface. Buttons don't really show as buttons, right? At the top here, I learned it by now that these are buttons, but you know, this is just text. All this is just text, and this could just be more text, but it doesn't show it's a button, right? Unless I hover over it. So, yep. But I'm not changing the tire set anyway, so the pressures shouldn't change. It just says mandatory stop, not tire change, right? But if that is the case, then we should take a different tire set, of course. And I don't want to change brake pads. What for? I didn't take down the hot laps. They're all still there. Don't worry. They are in a unlisted. They are unlisted and they are in the playlist. So if you go to my channel, go to playlists and then find the track or the car. And then in this list, you will have all the hot laps for this track or car. Or just go to hot laps. They're there as well. It's just that if I batch upload 10 videos, then YouTube doesn't really know which one to promote. And then the view numbers go down, and then YouTube penalizes me for not having enough views on my latest video, which is totally dumb, but it's just what it is. Brake pads are different. What are you saying? They are not anymore, I think. All on one. But I'm not changing them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go to grid. Hey, Alex. It has white letters. White is mandatory. I should do more races, then I wouldn't be so lost in the UI. On the home page, it's white. Tire change, there it says now. There you go.
Stay single file.
Can I shift up now? Can I? Can I? Can I? I hope you agree that it becomes more difficult to chat now. Okay, the text is a bit bigger now, but I still think I won't be able to read. Yeah, in order to get going with the UI, just you have to use it, I don't know, a lot, not every day or something, but just have to use it a lot to really know what you're doing. But it should be, like, the task of a user interface is to guide you, right? And it doesn't. It's just, yeah, a bit of patchwork there. Sure, Alex. All good, let's find a date. Which car are you driving? Oh, you were you one of the Ferrari guys? I don't want to drive the Ferrari on Spa. Let's turn off damage, right? AMG, okay. Yeah, it should be doable. So coaching, when I guess you should really just get going with the standards. I mean, most of what you need at the beginning is something you can read on the forums or just ask people on the Discord, just general stuff about racing mainly, or cars and whatnot. But the coaching should really be once you have a basic understanding of things or so, and then we can really, like, when we speak the same language in a way, then we can start working on the driving. If that makes sense. Okay, guess we're having a race start now. Takes forever. My reflexes. Guess he wanted it a bit too bad. Turn. I guess I need to use more curbs. So used to the McLaren to avoid them. First sector I'm like, what, 3/10 quicker or so, and then rest of the lap gap stays stable. So I should really be gaining through the whole of the lap, I guess. especially here I seem to be losing. Way too little confidence compared, I guess. That's what I wanted to avoid. Get a good first quick lap in to get a proper delta, to not have the whole track limit thing on my ass all the time. Guess I have to do another. Maybe I should start using the curbs now. See, this the hairpin you can never gain. It's impossible. I will never go green in the hairpin. I really don't like how the car behaves there now. The rear always wants to slip away from me. There as well. Not happy with the car. Nope, nope. This will be a very tough race. Because the rear doesn't work. The rear already has no grip. Oh boy. It's not even hot here. The air vents on the rear are almost fully open and still the rear tires burn. But I guess I'm not the only one with the trouble. not the TC. Setup just isn't well balanced. Would need softer rear spring, I guess, or harder front, but not like it is right now. The slightest throttle touch out of this one and the rear goes. Not a good one. Rear rotation is 900, yeah. Whatever, I mean, you see my rear rotation. It's the same as the virtual wheel. Insane how much I lose out of this corner. 1.5 tenths or something. It's not as easy with the roll bars as you say. Because the softer rear roll bar will also give you a very sluggish car, very unresponsive car with a lot of roll on the rear axle, and that will also lead to oversteer. So what I found in ACC to work is just generally have a high level of roll bars. And then have a lot of front roll bar to really get the rear line, but never like a low or small or whatever you want to call it, soft rear roll bar. This is definitely not helping here in these quick bends. So it needs a stiffer front suspension here. Yeah. If I use more rake, the car's dead. But who knows, maybe optimum isn't optimum necessarily, right? mean, rake is important on all the setups, on all the cars, well, most cars. And downforce, I would say, is the biggest factor on ACC setup, so they are not wrong in going for rake first and foremost, and then adjusting everything around that. Very slidey. Well, it seems like everybody's suffering from that, so I'm kind of suspecting the track at least a bit. So this could be something like between fast and optimum or so, right? Here now, the rear comes. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't feel like the track overall has a lot of grip, that's true. But still the car is just unbalanced. So it could certainly go faster, more secure and all that, but you get the balance a bit better sorted. I guess with how the race is going, I'll just wait until the others pit. Don't really have to go into traffic now. The only problem I have is I haven't tested stopping the Lambo in its pit, so I don't have reference points where it really needs to park. What am I doing? so weird when the car slides. So I have, what, 3 more laps to pit. Then end of lap, what? Anyway, in 3 laps. Interesting. Are my graphic settings wrong and it's actually raining or something? Ah, true, I can still adjust pressures, you're right. On the straight. Can't wait for new tires. Weird. I can totally see why Jardier is constantly tempted to use both pedals to stabilize the car. Ja, ich kenne Jura P. Er hat mich in Silverstone abgeschossen. Alex, war das keine Absicht? Okay, I need to focus a bit. Okay, last lap. think there was a reason for the high front roll bar on the other set. Oh, not on the other, on this one. But I reduced it prior to race. No, I can't even refuel. It's not even in the menu here. Pit, 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 pit. Let's hope I don't fuck this up. Oops, that was a bit off. Cost like what, 2 seconds or so? Oh yeah, felt early when I parked the car. Yes, Arthur is driving with me in G2 Simracing. 4, 3.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Let's go, go, go.
Have accelerated time. I don't think I got graining on the installation lab or something. Oh yeah, true, time is accelerating. Because I was wondering, because the sun is coming down. Okay, let's check for fastest lap maybe. get a new delta, I guess. I'm not sure that was fast. Felt like the car needed forever to rotate, but then I had a right entry into second one. So it could have been good. That's good. I hope he has eyes. Yes. Thank you. You can never gain time out of this corner to your delta. It's like space-time is bending there. Impossible. Oh, okay. That's bad ranking. Should be first. Not like this. Who's first? Tortellini? Oh, we had a drive-through. Unlucky. Guess he... I don't know. So it took the rears like 2 laps and then they start fading already. You say it's irrelevant, but I'd be the stupid guy to just put it on his Twitter profile to say #1 in the world on CP ranked servers in ACC. Does anybody see the track here with the sun coming down? Flying blind. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing league racing from next AOR season or so. Someone needs to give Jardy a challenge there. I mean, the light is pretty, but I really want to see the track. Guys, I guess there are a couple of viewers who aren't actually on the Discord. First, I want to encourage you to do so. The second thing is there's information that you don't have yet. And the thing is, I'm kind of spilling this a bit. A very short notice, G2 will do a small sim racing tournament, or let's say an event, on ACC. And what you can win is a trip to the Berlin headquarters of G2. I will be there. We'll try to make this a fun event. So there will be a couple guys qualifying. So we do online races, and then we'll do a offline final. And the top X of an online final will be invited to come to Berlin in Germany. So it will be also a EU only competition, kind of. And then we'll have, I don't know, kind of a fun event, go-karting, drive some RC cars, of course drive some ACC, invite a couple streamers, real racing drivers with the BMW connection that we have, and then spend some fun time, and maybe, you know, there can be a small cash prize for the final as well. So keep an eye out. on G2 Simracing's Twitter account, but also G2's main Twitter account. Of course, follow my accounts. I will share it there as well. Join the Discord. You'll know it first. And then get ready to drive the BMW M4 GT4. They reopen signups. Yeah, I don't have enough time last part of the year because F1 Esports is starting in early October. So I need to be with the team in my management role rather than do my own competitive races. I'll join next season. Season 6 is mine. I will drive the Lambo next week in the Lamborghini Esports Finals, so I thought it might be good getting to know this car a bit. That's why I've dodged the McLaren for now, and the BMW of course. Man, this game is pretty. I'm glad I cranked up the graphics today a bit. You want to have someone in your arm right now with the sun out. And the beer. More the beer than someone in your arm, actually. I manage Freddy Rasmussen, like it or not, yeah. He's a handful, but I think Freddy Rasmussen honestly is one of the, if not the fastest sim racer we have currently. Just talking about him, I screw up. That was my way of bowing down to Freddy. I already joined the AOR Discord, so I guess I don't miss it, but yeah, keep me posted. Said the last lap incoming. Hopefully. Girlfriend isn't even here, she's coming back tomorrow, so just me and the beer today. I think this race is good to know where the weakness of the car is. So I guess we can set it up a little better for the race. And what are we driving? Barcelona and Bathurst, I think. Oh, Freddy is good in any game. He just doesn't care about anything that doesn't have money, so he's driving F1 Esports. But he was certainly a candidate to also win World Championships on iRacing, but he wanted to focus on just one game to really make sure he wins that. So he dropped iRacing for the time being. Yay! Okay, that's the win, I guess.
Well done, well managed. Bring it back.
Yeah, the rear tires on this car, or not the tires, the rear axle in this car certainly is the weakest point, which I guess needs the most attention in the setup for the race. And then I guess could be quite a bit faster if you just get the confidence from the car, because the fronts I feel aren't even used properly. And I guess we'll see that in the pits. Let me quickly see. How do the rear tires look? Here they are. Well, here they are. So no graining, blisters, flat spots, nothing. Just a little bit more wear on the rear than on the front. So nothing we can really see here. That was already obvious. The Rainbow Six guys are in Berlin too. Yeah, I think all the teams are in Berlin by now, except the League of Legends team. They are in China right now for Worlds, because they have to quarantine for like 2 weeks before the event or something. So they've already gone there. I have no clue if the car is better in changeable conditions, to be honest. Well, I'll have to figure all that out before the event on, what's that, Monday or something? Tire set 2? Oh, yeah, you're right. That's a bit worse. But also light graining at the front. So if anything, the front should have been worse, not the rear. Sorry, I kind of didn't pay attention to the chat in here. Okay, not too much. Missed. I think he's overdoing it a bit. Audi setup. Well, okay. Yeah, but I guess we don't get the results for like the ELO or CP ranking or whatever right after the race, right? Takes Kunos to update, I guess. The servers to update or whatever. Oh, he's on gamepad. That's interesting. But they must have improved the game quite a bit to be able to drive with gamepad, because that's impressive, I guess. Getting second. Maybe I should tell the Forza guys that the new gamepad driven game actually is ACC. They'd be decent. Anyway, okay. I'll hit the. Do we save the setup first or something? Not that I was too proud of it. Let's call it race. Race. That's already the maximum characters I can use. Ah. Kiefer and Holtzman are slow, and where are they slow? I haven't seen them go slow in quite some time. I think didn't Holtzman got second at the Nürburgring in Porsche, so Porsche Esports Super Cup. So I guess you can't blame him for being slow. And Marcel, what did he get? Didn't he win Brazil F1 Esports something virtual GP? I guess he'll be decent in this year's F1 Esports. I think the graining comes mostly from turning too much, having too cold tires, and maybe locking up too much. But I don't think it's camber auto. Unless you run excessive amounts, of course. Okay, I'm running out of words and ideas and everything, really. Let's do a couple minutes of chatting, or what people do on streams, all that stuff. With a big camera and no game. But we can go, let's go to the showroom and bring the car up at least. And some background music from the game. Oh, well, if you're already Marcel's mod, let me make you a mod here as well. Then I can stop bothering about it. Where's the button? Add moderator. There you go. Be kind to the people. If Marcel trusts you, I trust you as well. Simple as that. Yeah, the Forza guys are all very fast. I mean, I drove with Lazarus guy, Tobin Lee, in the Laguna Seca race. They are decent. You needed a challenge. Well, it looks like I was glad you didn't qualify, because that would have been close. I guess I wasn't happy at all with the car. Are we back in the game? There you go. I wanna just... Where's the music? Where's the music? And then we just go to single player. Where's the BMW? Showroom, there you go. So at least that image in the top left corner makes some sense. Why isn't it not staying in the showroom? Okay. Okay, it works when I'm really fast. Okay, it doesn't. Never mind. I can read the chat here now. I was looking over to the laptop, I have it right in front of me. Is Marcel streaming as well? So what force feedback settings do I have? I mean, they look quite a bit different, I guess, than what you could use because I'm on the direct drive. So I put the direct drive in the driver in 80%, which equals 16 newton meters. And in the game, I think right now I use 59 on gain or something, which should result in, what's 0.6, roughly 10 newton meters total, like maximum force. Yeah, now everybody knows Marcel. If so, go over to his Twitch channel. I think it's Marcel_Kiefer, and give him a follow. Tell him I sent you. So then for feedback settings, I have dynamic damping on 100, which I guess you can't do on the CSL, because then you will have a lot of clipping. So go like 75% on your CSL dynamic damping, 75 gain, but allow it to have 100% in the wheels driver or on the display on the wheel. And then what else is there to set up? Everything else in 0 pretty much in the game. So road 0, minimum force 0, don't touch these. And then the most important bit really is to have the rotation right, which means 900 degrees in the driver, 900 degrees on your rim, 900 degrees in the game, and ACC sorts you out. Yeah, man, you're impressive with a gamepad. I'll have to bring Robin Betka and maybe Aurelian Melee to challenge you on the gamepad. Marcel wanted to raid me? Why did he not do it? Asshole. To raid me? Why did he not do it? There's an insane amount of 8 viewers on Twitch, so I guess for sim racing somehow, or at least for me. Oh, I need to make myself silent here. I'm hearing myself. That's super annoying. For sim racing, I guess YouTube just works fine. Oh, you rated Dave Gaming? Yeah. I gifted too many subs. He's not valuing me. Steer ratio, I think I had 12 in the Lambo right now, but you have to go car by car. They're all different. So it's not a global setting for all cars. Is it already 30 to midnight? Insane. Yeah, the lift-off oversteer certainly is a thing in the Lambo here. Unless you go really conservative on the aero balance, but then you don't have any grip, so... I have a lot of setups with negative toe at the rear, to be honest. And you'd see that downloading the RST client, subscribing to RST, subscribing to the data, and then you have also access to my setups I used for that data creation. Like I did at the beginning of this stream, where we did Monza in the Lambo. Oh yeah. Patrick's Twitch is very toxic. Not sure you're going to see me there. I can get rid of the gloves, I think. What else do people do on stream? Do they like play random stuff? Is Marcel playing random stuff right now, or is he done? He should be asleep. They have training early morning tomorrow. I haven't done this all this community stuff yet, so we'll see someday. So what does the chat say? I don't know about custom BUP SimGroup is developing. But yeah, I think it's more than needed, right? And I think it's also not that difficult, because all the cars, I think on most tracks it's kinda known how far the cars are apart. So yeah, it should be not too hard for some guys around the sim grid, around Dave Perro, who've driven the game a lot, who should know what each car needs to be either faster or slower. That's sad for Marcel. He just got the new internet connection, way faster, and I was hoping he would be better than before. But yeah, unlucky. Maybe he has to sort it out. I'm glad to see people picking up that RST. Please bear with me that it always just takes a lot of time to produce that data. I'm not always as lucky as I was with the Monza lab today, where I already have the setup. So I was hoping I would spend an hour on a setup and the track to get a proper time in, but it takes more like 2 hours, and sometimes in some cars where I don't have as much experience, it just takes even longer. So yeah, it needs quite some effort to do these labs. I have Arthur helping me, but he's also just writing his master's thesis, so also doesn't have too much time, but I guess over the winter we'll pick it up with a little more speed. And after the competitions are done, I mean, the V10R thing is now over. Lamborghini Esports will be done. Then there's just a 12-hour race coming up on the 3rd of October, where I'm registered with Arthur, and potentially we have a BMW racing driver join us. And then we have G2 CEO Carlos joining us. He just got a rig 2 weeks ago, and he's grinding like crazy. And I fear he'll actually be on pace. I mean, not my pace maybe, but trailing 1.5 seconds or something. So I think that's really decent the effort he's putting in there. All right, yeah. Why is my keyboard still in English? It's making me crazy. There you go. The Lambo is the champion's choice. Alright. Why? Are you kinda from Italy? What makes a Porsche so fast? Downforce, I guess. Acceleration from slow corners is where it excels. Like, it really takes tenths out of the other cars. And I guess it's not the engine, because it's not particularly overpowered or something. So maybe just get a good... I don't even know what it weighs. Maybe it's rather light compared to the others. But yeah. You know, in top splits, I think in most leagues there are just not... I mean, I'm making a bold claim here, but there are just not enough of the top guys driving in these leagues, and they would certainly match the Porsche in other cars as well. And if they took the Porsche, it would probably be even quicker. And of course, people want to win, and if one guy starts picking the Porsche, then everybody will follow. Maybe the leagues could just say, you know what, we don't have the Porsche, choose something else. But I guess then it will be, what else is super fast? Was it the Audi and the McLaren potentially? So I guess unless you deploy penalty ways, which all leagues are free to do, and I guess it's not that difficult maybe, then we'll see more different cards. First come, first serve is not, no. People would hate that, like all others on the grid would hate it, except the 5 to 10. Yeah, I'll just watch you discuss in the chat. But I think I actually have to get going, get some food before I hit the bed. Anyway, I guess this is a format of streams I can deal with. Then I spend the time wisely on little production of data that I badly need to get going. Plus, I can feed YouTube a bit because YouTube likes me publishing, and I think it's been a month now, and YouTube was on the verge of killing me. Kunos just uses the BOP they get from the real data, so guess that's the issue right there, the licenses and all that. So leagues just really have to get above that. Yeah, I don't know, if you want to keep discussing, maybe head over to Discord. Everyone not there, happily invited. Let me drop the link here if it's not. It should be in the description, like third line of the stream or something. And then you can have your little discussion there. Or I just let it be and go to the kitchen a bit. Why does everybody say the Lex is so good in the rain? I feel like the McLaren was amazing in the rain. We just didn't have a chance to show it because of the weight penalty we had in Kyalami, and because I screwed the race in Nürburgring. But I think I would have won by miles if I had the chance to. yeah, to lead the race. Yeah, okay. You know where to find me, guys. It's on the Discord, of course. If this is a stream you're watching, I can do this more often because I really lack ideas sometimes. Can't always talk the same stuff, of course. So good to know this works. I'll shut it down, I think, because this has been what, 7:30 to 11:30. It's 4 hours. Hope YouTube algorithm is pleased now. McLaren considered worst for the rain? No, I think people are driving it wrong, to be honest. Because I don't have any slip on the wheels. I can drive in the rain with TC1 on the McLaren, and I just think maybe they're, I don't know, maybe let's see, maybe we'll find a wet race on the competition server next, and then I'll undust the McLaren. Short stream, yeah. Kinda. Yeah, probably when my girlfriend is back tomorrow, I can't do as long streams. She'll be fuming right next to me. So, all right, guys. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for keeping the chat alive. Times feels like I'm not really needing it. You're keeping yourself entertained, which is cool to see. That is not just me being the clown here in front of the camera. All right. Good night, guys. Get a good night's sleep. It's important. Eat healthy, and see you next time. Now all I have to do is find the button to end the stream. I should really do it more often. Bye, guys.